Good evening and welcome to the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Executive Director of the Jamaica Manufacturers and Exporters Association, Kamisha Turner-Blake, is predicting job losses in the manufacturing sector and across the broader economy. The prediction is due to the 10% tariffs on Jamaica's exports to the USA, coupled with the high cost of energy. This, she says, will be inevitable if the government does not provide assistance to the sector. She says help is mostly needed with the cost of imported inputs as well as access to more affordable capital. Mrs. Turner-Blake also argued that more investments are needed in irrigation. There's also need for more advanced equipment for the Scientific Research Council and the Jamaica Business Development Corporation to facilitate innovation. Special economic zones must be modified to allow manufacturers to access cheaper energy and factory space. The government of Trinidad and Tobago and the management of Sandals Hotel will resume discussions about the possibility of Sandals setting up shop in that country. The revelation comes a few years after a similar discussion fell through. Amoy Harriot tells us more.
Luxury Jamaican hotel chain Sandals Resorts International could be opening in Tobago, which would bring to 11 the number of Caribbean countries that boast the popular tourist attraction. Now, this isn't the first time an attempt is being made to expand the hotel chain to the Twin Islands. In 2017, a similar deal was on the table with promises of job creation and increased international tourism. The deal faced a major hurdle as there were allegedly environmental concerns and land acquisition disputes. 2 years later, Sandals announced it was pulling out, citing negative publicity. Now, critics maintain that the deal could not withstand scrutiny as its terms didn't favor the people of Tobago. Fast forward to Monday, Prime Minister Stuart Young says, let bygones be bygones.
I cannot change the past. No one can change the past. I am prepared to ask Mr. Adams Stewart to consider that we have here a clean slate. This is all about development and investment for the people of Tobago, because this type of investment and development is going to lead to employment for Tobago. It is going to lead to a number of increases in business in Tobago and all of the basket of positivity and productivity that comes with it.
TVJ News understands that different terms and conditions are to be discussed. In an interview with CNC3, Tobago's Chief Secretary Farley Augustine said his primary concern is for Sandals to bring its own money.
Mr. Stewart, he did give a presentation, and I think one of the interesting things is that he said in his presentation that the Sandals model is for Sandals to build their own hotel using their own capital, and that in all of their operations, they only have one operation where they don't actually own the plant, meaning they did not invest their own money in building the plant. I know that too was a concern for Tobagonians. Certainly, it was a concern I raised. But we're happy with where things are, and we agree that post the election on April 28th, that the conversations will continue.
The development comes at a critical time in Trinidad and Tobago's economy as the Twin Island country is starting to feel the pinch of a foreign exchange crisis. The country earns most of its US dollars from its energy sector, but for compounded reasons, it's now earning a lot less. State Minister in Jamaica's Tourism Ministry, Senator Delano Seawright, says the introduction of Sandals could result in significant changes.
I recognize a brand like that is going to bring in new market segments. And then beyond that, the economic growth that's going to come from it, the foreign exchange, which is absolutely essential for them now. This is the kind of development that's going to bring in significant foreign currency, and it will stimulate other sectors of the economy too. So it's a big step forward for Tobago, and it's a big step forward for Trinidad and Tobago in general.
So what does a move like this mean for Jamaica?
Certainly for us, it shows that Sandals, which is probably the most prominent Jamaican company in the world, is alive and well. That a Jamaican brand continues to widen its footprint at such a rapid rate and continues to make Jamaica proud.
Amoy Harriet, TVJ News.
To the stock market now, the JSE index declined by 2,121 points to close at 319,974 points. The junior market index declined by 34 points to close at 3,489 points. Among the 46 advancing stocks were JPS 7%, CAC 2000, Palace Amusement, Jetcon Corporation, Cygnus Credit Investments US dollar shares, and that was the last one. So for the declining stocks now, we had 61 of them, and that included Main Event Entertainment Group, Tropical Battery, Consolidated Bakeries, MPC Caribbean Clean Energy, and Eple 7.25% preference shares. 12 stocks traded firm. Foreign exchange currency ended today with banks and cambios selling the US dollar for an average $159.24. The Canadian dollar is being sold for $112.63. The pound is going for $202.05, while the euro is selling for an average $173.25. And that's it for the Business Day. I'm Andrea Chisholm. Good evening.